Nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Thanks for coming down. Obviously, I'm not Frank. Frank's going to be unavailable at the moment, just for a little while, so I'm going to come and take over.
Pleasure.
I'm not the Porsche buff like he is, but bear with me.
Neither am I. So it should be interesting.
Yeah, so thanks so much for coming down. This is awesome.
Thank you.
So it's a 912 short wheelbase?
Long wheelbase.
Long wheelbase. Okay,
Yes.
there we go.
69 912.
69 912. Cool, awesome, awesome. And how long have you had it?
Just over a year, so yeah, 14 months, 15 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so wow, okay, so relatively quite new then.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. And where did you find the car, or what got you into wanting to look for a 912 or 912?
The short story of it is, the chap who I bought this off, Carl, was a customer somewhere where I used to work, so I worked in classic restoration.
Okay.
And we've been friends ever since. I've been doing work on his, like he had a split window camper van, Mark 1 Golf, a few other bits and bobs. And when he sold his Swallowtail Mark 1 to my old boss to buy this, I think I messaged him probably every 3 or 4 months saying, oh yeah, have you got it done yet? Are you bored of it? And yeah, just probably about 5 years worth of nagging.
Okay, all right, well you got there in the end.
Yeah, one day he'd had enough.
Okay.
And it went along the lines of, if you want this fucking piece of shit, then you can have it. So
now it's yours.
So now it's mine. Now the piece of shit is mine.
Don't say that. Okay. So tell me firstly, what colour is this?
That's a very good question.
Okay.
Yellow.
Okay. Well, yes, okay.
It's supposed to be yellow, but not this yellow. Don't know what yellow it is.
Okay. Is it original?
No.
No.
No Enya. I think it's
no,
been
okay.
painted in nail varnish,
Okay.
to be honest with you.
Okay. That's always good for topping up.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right.
Originally supposed to be Bahama yellow.
Bahama yellow.
Yeah. You can see some of it under the arches where it's flaking off. And if anybody's wondering, it's not mint.
It looks great though. It looks absolutely awesome. Okay, so have you got any plans with the car? What are you thinking of, like are you going to do body work, or are you going to leave it original?
Yeah, originally when I bought it, it wasn't on the road. Carl had done a fair bit of work. He'd rebuilt the engine, done a fair bit with the underpinnings of it and the suspension, polybushed it and that sort of stuff, and threw money at the car.
Yeah.
But it didn't really run. It kind of run. You could get it to fire, but that was about it.
Okay.
And then done rewire, set the engine up. The engine Carl had the engine rebuilt.
Okay.
And then all the suspension was all out of whack and whatever else.
Okay.
And my thoughts were, it's a great base,
yeah,
but I literally emptied every penny out of my pocket to buy it.
Okay.
So it'll just sit in the garage for a year and kind of, it'll get done when it gets done or when I can afford it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
And I was going to restore it. That was the plan, was to do a full restoration.
Okay.
Because I've got a Mark 1 Golf that I built that
cool.
is nut and bolt resto mod.
Yeah. That's very cool.
I worked out that I actually don't like having cars that are mint, because all you do is clean them.
Yeah.
Can't leave them anywhere. You're terrified of. Yeah. So the more that I drive it, the more I'm leaning towards not restoring it, not painting it.
Just keeping it running.
Yeah, which is a crime really after doing 15 years in body and paint, but
well, you never know. You never know what's going to happen, you know, how your journey goes and what you decide to end up doing with it.
Yeah. So yeah, the plans is to sort of embrace really what it is for the short term at least.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give too much away on what I've got planned.
Okay.
But something a little bit different in the Porsche scene in terms of styling.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something to look for. Oh, I'm going to keep an eye on this then. See what happens.
So, yeah, my background's not just Porsches. I like absolutely everything, which is reflected in the events that we run in the club with Drivers Collection. It's pretty much, like everything. So I want to take bits from different car cultures from all different scenes and put it tastefully into this car.
Yeah. Okay. That's really cool. So I know what Drivers Collection is. Well, why don't you tell the audience a little bit more about that?
Yeah, the basis is a mixed classic modified car show.
Cool.
So all cultures sort of combined. We like everything from old Porsches, Japanese stuff, all that.
Mark 1 Golfs. Yeah,
Mark 1 Golfs. But yeah, weird, wonderful, everything really, and just celebrating car culture on a whole.
Okay.
Yeah, we have some pretty venues.
Yeah.
So the next one's at Cromford Mills on 24th of May.
Okay, yeah,
which is an evening event.
Oh, cool, okay.
And yeah, basically keep it really relaxed, that sort of, chilled out,
vibe.
nice, good food, good people,
Perfect.
high standard of cars.
Super inclusive.
Inclusive, yeah, that's it, that's the goal.
That's what we like around here.
Yeah, and then we also like to be a little bit light-hearted with his marketing and have a bit of fun on the socials and that sort of stuff as well.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's the driver's collection?
Yeah.
Online, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Jumping straight into interior.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine. No, it doesn't matter. That's totally cool. Okay.
So yeah, the harness bar is actually from an EK Civic.
Okay.
So a 90s Honda Civic that I've chopped, sleeved, and to be honest with you, I couldn't afford an half cage. So,
fair enough. No, that's fair enough. Okay. That looks great.
And then a Barth steering wheel inside as well.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh gosh, okay. Awesome. Oh, that's so cool. And what have you got on the gear stick there? What's
So yeah, that's Moon Eyes, which I bought when I was in Japan.
Oh, cool.
So I've got all the little Moon Eyes, little sort of tidbits.
Oh yeah, I see that on the, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so the door pins are Moon Eyes, gear shifter, gloves, the bag and stuff in the back.
Oh yeah, I see, okay. That's
which
awesome.
is, again, really more of a sort of hot rod culture. I know the air-cooled Volkswagen guys like it, but...
No, it's awesome. It's very tidy in there.
Yeah, it's all right. Carl put new carpets in it. I can't take credit for that, but
No.
and then the Cobra seats in it as well, which I do plan on changing at some point. But
okay, what are you thinking?
Something a little bit more sort of 70s Japanese is the plan.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
still a fixed bucket, something a little bit racy, but and accent a different colour inside of the interior. That's the goal.
Okay, cool. So otherwise, all the bits you've just gone over, is there anything else that you've not mentioned that you've changed in here so far?
Yeah, well, like just little bits like the stock watches in there.
Okay.
I spent nearly 400 quid on an indicator stalk. That was a pleasure.
Oh gosh. Okay, well it's Porsche.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Okay.
Can you tell my tight northernness is coming out?
No, not at all, not at all.
Moaning about the price of parts.
Okay, cool. Oh,
but ultimately, at the same time, it's kind of made the car what it is.
Yeah.
Because the price of bits for an F-body Porsche, not too cheap. So then you start looking for alternative ways of doing things when you're on a bit of a budget. And it kind of develops the styling of the car into something a little bit different as well. So bit of a jump from Mark 1 Golf parts.
Yeah, just slightly. What wheels are these? What wheels are you running?
So they're Epsilon Southern Ways.
Okay.
Which are again a Japanese wheel.
Yeah.
They did do them in a 5B130 PCD, but they are about 4 times the price.
Okay.
So they're adapted to a 5B114.
Okay.
And basically I imported these, well, me and a friend helped me import these from Japan.
Wow, okay.
So
That's cool.
Jack, who runs Jolly Good Wheels, the company's called, or Jolly Good Parts, business that he's just set up.
Okay.
So he's specialising in importing bits from Japan and selling them over here. So I found him, he helped me with the shipping and all the logistics of it.
Now, did you do that before you got the car, or no? Obviously, since you've had it.
No, since I've had it.
So this has all happened in the last year. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
I had a different set of wheels on it before. It's on its 3rd set of wheels.
3rd set of wheels.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you keep chopping and changing.
Yeah. Well, actually, technically 4.
4.
Yeah, but one they never saw the road. One set.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah. So before this, I had a set of. So they were Enki 92s. Okay. But the original splits. So they're 2-piece welded.
Okay.
Super rare again from Japan.
Yeah.
They're for sale if anybody wants to buy them. Buy them.
And tyre-wise, you got
Nankangs, only the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm definitely not contractually obliged, but to be fair, they're absolutely brilliant. On the other set of wheels, I had the NS2Rs on it.
Okay. Yeah.
Which were just probably a little bit overkill, seeing as it's 110 rake.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
okay,
little bit of a harder sidewall on those, and a little,
yeah,
and a bit more dangerous in the wet. But,
okay. So these were good for the journey today then.
Yeah. I was a little bit less scared in it.
Okay, cool. Exhaust?
Yeah, so that's vintage speed exhaust on it.
Okay. And you've done that, or is that, yeah?
That was Carl, so when Carl
Okay.
rebuilt the engine, he bought the vintage speed exhaust.
Cool.
But yeah, it's nice, it's got a nice rasp to it.
Yeah, it does. No, it sounds good.
Sounds the part, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds the part.
Yeah, for sure. I love the plate, 69.
Yeah.
For the 69 year.
69 OG.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's very cool.
69
very,
OG.
very cool. You mentioned suspension earlier. Did you so you've done that since you've had the car? Or
Yeah.
you've done,
So set it all up. They're a little bit of a. I mean, it was. I've dealt with torsion bars in the past in some of the old Hondas that I've had.
Yeah.
But these are a completely different setup, so it was a real learning curve for me.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, set it all up sort of myself to get the height right, and
yeah,
a lot of YouTube and forums and all that sort of stuff.
YouTube's great for that.
Yeah.
You can get everything you need from YouTube these days.
Yeah, it's got me out of a jam
Yeah.
so many times. But yeah, so set the suspension up, but it's really, I want to stiffen it up a little bit.
Okay.
It's a little bit sort of, I really noticed it on, I did a video not too long back with Design 911.
Okay.
And one of the shots where I was accelerating, the car just literally squatted. So I was like, God, it looks like it's got decent power, but I think the suspension's just knackered. Yeah, I think probably go for some Bilsteins on it or something like that.
Okay.
Just stiffen it up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And I've noticed the stance on this.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks great.
Yeah. Anybody would think I'd come from car culture that likes air ride and stancy cars and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, ideally want to add a little bit more camber on the rear, nothing too crazy like, but just for a little bit more clearance and try and get it sat a little bit lower.
Yeah.
But it's just that ever compromising of the very low steering rack.
Yeah.
And what it looks and what it drives like, because I know it already, like, if you go too low, they just struggle with bump steer so bad.
Yeah, okay.
And it already is a little bit bump steery, but it's manageable, it's all right.
Okay, so have you done any like long journeys in this car yet, other than obviously coming down here?
Yeah, I came to Megaphonics last year.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
I've done Sunday scrambles in it to Bicester.
Yeah.
I did about just under 3,000 mile in it last year.
Oh wow, okay.
Which, to say I weren't expecting to drive it at all last year is not bad going.
Okay, awesome.
But yeah, just for the first at least 6 months I had no faith in it at all. It was just sort of drive it, it breaks, drive it, it breaks, and then just continue like that.
Okay.
And now it's sort of...
Faith is restored? You're feeling...
A little bit more confident,
yeah.
But I don't want to curse it.
No, okay. We won't do that.
Yeah, it's an ever-going project until you strip something down and completely redo absolutely everything all in one go. Yeah. You're always going to fix one thing and then the next thing's a weak link, and I've had a lot of gearbox dramas with it.
Okay.
So, yeah, which is interesting. This is a bit boffing. You can talk about this if you want.
Go on.
So the gearbox.
Go on.
I was having a lot of drama with it leaking gearbox fluid, which anybody that followed me to Megaphonics here last year, sorry Dan for ruining your car, it was using more gearbox oil than it were fuel. So I actually ended up filling it up. I bought some off the guys, what's the guys next door?
Autofarm.
Autofarm, yeah. So I bought some gearbox oil off them, jacked the car up in the car park and filled the gearbox oil back up while I was here. And it turned out it's got a 914 gearbox in it. Okay. But because it's all backwards, they've swapped the diff around and then not done the breather holes in the wrong side. So the splash was... kicking up the wrong way, and it was just chucking all the gearbox oil out the breather, which took some digging because the bell housing is a 912 or 911 bell housing. So I'm getting the numbers for the gearbox, and I'm like, yeah, it's definitely this gearbox, and it wasn't. So,
oh gosh.
Yeah, a little bit of an head scratcher that's apparently not a common conversion, but
no. That's interesting. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so gearbox, why? Okay, so we've done. Okay. Yeah, so tell me, most memorable journey that you've had in this car. Have you got like something that really highlight to you, something you...
Yeah, probably the first time that I drove it on the road.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So first picking it up, or no, because did you have it like transported to you?
Yes. Yeah, so I picked it up, I had it transported back to my old work where I've recently left. Yeah. And I was in the middle of moving house at the time, so it stayed at work, and I used the ramp to do basically gutted all the underneath, did a lot of the electronic work, did a fair bit of welding on the underside of it, the fronts of the pans, inner arches, all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Took full opportunity to use the ramp while I could use the ramp. And the goal was to get it to a meet, which a friend of mine does, a Porsche meet in Sheffield. Rich, who runs Steel City.
Okay.
And we drove it. Well, I drove it a whopping 5 miles. It was absolutely terrifying. The car was not running right.
So memorable because it was terrifying?
Oh, terrifying, but also like...
Really exciting?
Yeah, I mean...
You're driving your Porsche.
This is my poster car. This was my poster car. So an F-body in whatever form, whether it be a 911, a 912 or whatever, but it was, pretty emotional really, because it was just something that I never thought I'd ever be able to get to.
Well, you did it.
Yeah, did it. Yeah. Weren't easy, but...
No. Well, you've got it now. Now some serious memories to be making with it.
So yeah, I mean, more than just sort of tins of metal, is sort of them sort of points of your life where you can pinpoint milestones. Yeah,
for sure.
That's it. That's the word.
That's the word.
That's the word.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. So engine.
Yep, it's got one. It works. Sometimes, probably. Yeah. Do you want me to open it up? It's
Let's have a little nosy.
No.
Standard stock engine.
No.
Okay.
So it's got.
Okay.
Please excuse some of the wiring. Basically, so vintage speed exhaust, as we spoke about before. Twin Weber carbs. It's got the alternator conversion on it as well.
Okay,
it's been bored out to 1726. It's got a 1720 bore kit in it. And then it's cammed as well.
Okay.
So there's sort of nice tweaks. For sure. And then, as previously said, Carl had it rebuilt as well, so it's fresh.
It's good.
Yeah. It's good. It's all right.
Do you think you'd ever go for a flat six? Do you think you'd ever take it that far? Or is that not something you think?
No, I don't think I would.
No. Keep flat four.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the characteristics of it.
Yeah.
I like that it's on my level financially. Well, probably not, but it's almost on my level financially. Whereas if I start to go, put a flat six in it, I'm going to be so much money into doing that, and then anytime it breaks or anything like that.
Fair enough.
I really want it to be a usable car that I can do Euro trips in and all that sort of stuff. So, unless I win the lottery, or work give me a pay rise, then it'll be staying as a flat four. But I must admit that I've never drove a 911, so I can't really comment. This was actually the first air-cooled Porsche I'd ever drove.
That's so cool. Okay, that's really cool.
So it was very nerve-wracking that first time. I was like, what if I don't like it?
That didn't happen.
Yeah, fortunately I do. But it's really good on a B road, and that's really where I enjoy driving the most, to be honest with you. So B road cars and living sort of on the edge of the Peak District.
It's a great place. Yeah, there's some great roads up there.
It's good fun. So you can, realistically, I'm not a race driver. I've never done a track day or anything like that. So it's all right. It could be a little bit quicker, but for my abilities, I can have a good fun, and I'm probably not going to lose my license either. So
that's always a benefit.
Sometimes driving a slow car fast is more fun than driving a fast car slow.
No, I agree with you on that one. Yeah, for sure, you feel more in control.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. What's under the hood? Have we got anything in there?
I'd rather not show it.
Okay, we're not going to go over there. Okay.
There's nothing interesting.
Headlights, were they yellow when you got them? Or
Okay.
Yeah,
so did the blade fuse conversion on it, and then uprated the headlights to LEDs.
Okay.
Which Carl got the kit for, but none of that actually worked when I got it. There was no lights, no real electrics. Most of the gauges work now, which is good.
Okay.
So yellow tint. I was a bit. I'm still not 100% set on them, but again, just sort of money to spend elsewhere when the time. I'd rather keep the yellow headlights and get the new seats. So it's just sort of prioritising where the money gets spent, or buy 4 sets of wheels. So.
Okay, but the 5th set, is
or
it?
the 5th set,
Okay.
Buy the 5th set of wheels rather than replace the headlights.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I think we've covered all bases. Unless there's anything else you want to mention or talk about over here.
Oh yeah, I've got you a present, Anna.
Oh
well.
yeah, okay,
Got to give
okay.
you a present.
A present? I haven't
Yeah.
got you anything actually. No, I feel
It's
bad.
all right.
What we got in here?
Sheffield's finest relish, of course.
Awesome. Oh, brilliant. Thanks so much, Alex.
Get that on your cheese on toast.
Yeah, I will. Thank you so much. Okay, well, awesome. Thank you so much for coming in. It's been a pleasure to have you.
No worries,
And
no worries.
yeah, I'm sure we'll see you soon.
Yeah,
for
no
sure.
doubt. You have to come up for driver's collection.
We will.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks, dude.
No worries.